Hey everybody, it's Rob for the Villas. The impeachment and recall against Countryside Villas PUD 3B HOA Treasurer Secretary Donna Blanchard. Charge 1. Failure to uphold standards of conduct and impeding member participation during meetings, including alleged improper use of law enforcement. Members report a pattern of dismissive and hostile behavior by Treasurer Secretary Donna Blanchard during official HOA meetings. This conduct includes, but is not limited to, interrupting members, making disparaging remarks, refusing to acknowledge speakers, creating a hostile atmosphere. Such behavior is contrary to the decorum expected of a board officer and interferes with the right of members to peaceably assemble and speak on matters concerning the association. As protected by Florida State Statute 720.303, subsection 2, subsection B. A board member's fiduciary duty includes acting in the best interest of the association, which encompasses fostering open communication and respectful engagement with the membership during official proceedings. Furthermore, it is alleged that Treasury Secretary Blanchard called the police on a 77-year-old resident for speaking during the May 7, 2025 meeting on subject matter not explicitly on the agenda and had her removed from the meeting. While Florida Statute 720.303, subsection 2, subsection B, limits a member's right to speak to designated agenda items, the response of involving law enforcement to remove an elderly resident for speaking out of turn appears to be an extreme and potentially unwarranted escalation, disproportionate to the violation of the meeting procedure. This action raises serious concerns about the judgment and temperament of a board officer and their respect for the rights of residents to attend and participate in association meetings, even when procedural rules are not perfectly followed. Charge 2. Involvement in the dissemination of partisan campaign materials and allegations of discriminatory language. Treasurer Secretary Donna Blanchard is alleged to have disseminated a flyer titled The Lying Leprechaun, which is a partisan campaign document targeting a specific director, Robert Murphy, and making potentially unsubstantiated claims about his qualifications and history. The use of the term leprechaun in this context, particularly if intended to reference Mr. Murphy's Irish heritage, is alleged to be discriminatory and potentially racist. While Florida law does not contain a specific statute prohibiting racist language in HOA communications, board members have a fiduciary duty under Florida Statute 720.303, subsection 1, to act in the best interest of the association and all its members, which implies a responsibility to avoid discriminatory behavior and language that can harm the association's reputation and create a hostile environment for members. The act of a sitting board officer disseminating such a document, especially one containing potentially discriminatory language, can be seen as using their position to engage in divisive and partisan campaigning within the community and demonstrates a lack of impartiality and respect for fellow members. The alleged pattern of dismissive and hostile behavior during meetings, including the reported extreme measure of involving law enforcement to remove a resident for speaking out of turn, creates an unwelcome and potentially intimidating environment for the members seeking to participate in their association's governance. Furthermore, involvement in the dissemination of partisan campaign materials containing potentially discriminatory language undermines the perceived neutrality and professionalism of the board and contributes to division and animosity within the community. Both actions suggest a failure to adhere to the expected standards of conduct for an HOA board member and a potential breach of fiduciary duty to the entire membership, including a failure to treat all members with respect and impartiality. Therefore, we charge that Treasury Secretary Donna Blanchard's conduct during meetings, including the alleged improper use of law enforcement, her involvement in the dissemination of partisan materials, and the alleged use of discriminatory language, are detrimental to the effective and lawful operation of Countryside Villas PUD 3B HOA Incorporated, and demonstrate a failure to uphold the duties and standards expected of her office under Florida law. This conduct warrants her recall and removal from the office of Treasurer Secretary. I'm Rob for the Villas. Make sure you get your ballots, mail them back as soon as possible, because your voice is the seed for change. Exercise your right to vote. It's what we all have and we all should do.